Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score! Bernardo Fords. It's in! Rochester has the lead. And again, it's St. Louis.
USL Soccer is taking off here on Florida's Space Coast. We're in Melbourne on the campus of Eastern Florida State College, the Titan Soccer Complex, where tonight OCB and New York Red Bulls, two MLS-affiliated clubs, two of the hottest teams in USL, will meet up. Good evening and welcome everybody alongside Oliver Twelvetrees, the head coach at Eastern Florida State College. I am Jeff Radcliffe. Thank you so very much for joining us for another telecast of USL Soccer on YouTube. And as I mentioned, two of the hottest teams as OCB has gotten results in 4 of their last 5. New York Red Bulls has only lost once all season, but they've won 4 in a row now.
Certainly, New York Red Bulls too, one of the hottest teams in USL right now. They're coming off 4 straight wins, haven't conceded a goal in 4 games, and OCB are certainly going to have to be at their best to challenge one of the best teams in USL tonight.
This is one of those matches that you've got the 2 affiliations. We've got a situation tonight where each team's a little less than what we're used to seeing. Red Bulls very, very comfortable with bringing players down from the MLS club, as is OCB, and I think we'll see a different kind of game. You've got a lot of the USL contracted players out this evening.
Certainly, there'll be the chances for players like Zach Ellis-Aden and Michael Cox and Richie Larea to really show what they're worth here and go out and play against a top quality team and see if they can get a result at home. And the New York Red Bulls too, they actually haven't even lost on the road ever this year, so it's going to be a really, really big test. And with both teams a little short-handed with players up with the MLS organizations, it's going to be definitely important for these young players to show what they can do tonight.
Players will enter the field with the Orlando United T-shirts. The MLS game last night, a 2-2 draw between Orlando and San Jose. That is to honor the 49 lives lost on June 12th as a community and a region, and really the entire world showing its support. And it was a very special night last night at Camping World Stadium, and we'll follow suit here for sure.
Certainly special to see, both teams wearing the same strip, going out here, the same T-shirts, recognizing what happened, and showing the united front together.
Referees as well, at least here for the pregame we are hearing, will also wear the Orlando United shirts.
Certainly nice looking shirts too, Jeff. I think maybe we need to purchase one of those as well.
All the money goes to the One Orlando Fund. Visit orlandocitysc.com for the information. And let's leave it off to our PA announcer, Paco Lopez.
Please rise and join OCB, New York Red Bulls 2, and the United Soccer League in recognizing the victims of the Orlando shooting this past weekend with a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, to honor America and the men and women defending our freedom, please remain standing and remove your hats as Michelle Wood sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Michelle Wood with the national anthem. When we come back, starting lineups and kickoff between Red Bulls 2 and OCB right after this.
We know where it all began. It was the best start of any professional soccer club in the history of the United States. We have continued to smash records in our transition to MLS. Our destiny is to defy expectations.
We had ruled an era in this league. And now we are back for more.
Our mission is to turn young talents into soccer stars.
And there's no better way to do it than winning championships. The future of Orlando City can be summed up in 3 letters: O-C-B.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
Back at the Titan Soccer Complex on the campus of Eastern Florida State College, it is OCB and New York Red Bulls 2 tonight on a Father's Day weekend. So glad you're along with us. Let's take a look at some of the players to watch here. First, Oliver, for the Red Bulls, Brandon Allen, he leads the team with 4 goals, and he's the all-time leading scorer at Georgetown University.
Certainly a physical specimen. He's going to lead the line up front as that lone striker. Brandon Allen, he's going to be able to hold the ball up and bring other players into play. And he's another homegrown player, one of 7 homegrown players on this New York Red Bulls 2 team. And he'll be certainly their go-to player and the guy that the OCB backline is going to have to make sure they're aware of every minute of the game.
Michael Cox, the leading scorer for OCB, had a goal against Charleston, now sitting on 5.
Certainly, he's got the leading scorer now for OCB, and whenever he's played, he's been very, very dangerous. And, you know, he'll certainly be excited to be back in the starting lineup. Hadji Berry's not here, and Michael Cox will feel like he deserves to be out there playing and leading the line for OCB as he's been dangerous, and he'll look to get in behind and score goals tonight.
The raging Canadian, Michael Cox. Here's the starting lineup. First for John Wolinak's Red Bulls 2, and just 3 MLS players in that lineup. Ryan Mera, the keeper, is one of those. And Brandon Allen, technically an MLS player, so is Derek Etienne there in the midfield.
Yeah, another talented player, Junior Fleming's out of Jamaica. He's going to provide a lot of spark from the wings.
Just 3 MLS players for Anthony Pulis as well, and 2 of them are in the central defense. The center halves, Devron Garcia, Connor Donovan, and of course Richie Lerea in the midfield.
Zach Hayden comes in for Tyler Turner at right back and did well at the beginning of the season, and now he gets another chance at the right back position as well. We've got to keep an eye on Pierre Da Silva, who will give us that flair and flamboyancy from the left wing.
Our referee is Rubio Vasquez. He'll be assisted by Esteban Rosano, Matthew Schwartz, and the 4th official on the far touchline is Alex DeRostang, as Vasquez getting set to signal the start of this one. Here on Father's Day on the Space Coast, we're underway at the Titan Soccer Complex, and it'll be OCB attacking left to right. So attacking the south goal, and immediately New York Red Bulls, currently the second place team in the East, getting off to a quick start. And one thing that jumps out is the size that they have really all over the field.
Certainly got some big boys out here, and they'll look to play a high, quick tempo game, the Red Bulls.
The left back now it will be Zach Ellis Hayton to step to the ball.
There's a couple of turnovers early there, and OCB got to be careful.
Looks like Plua is the left back tonight, converted center back. Hence the size we were talking about in the corner. Very patient team. Really rarely concedes goals, Oliver, rarely. Sometimes they have trouble scoring, but...
Well, they got a 6'6" centre back and 6'3" left back, and the other centre backs over 6 foot as well. They've got a lot of size in this back line, so they're going to have to use a lot of craft, OCB, to get in behind them and create opportunities.
There is John Wolenak in his 2nd season. Former Red Bulls player. One of the more popular players in the history. Played with the Metro Stars for a couple of years as well before the branding from the Austrian energy drink came to be. And Anthony Pulis on the other side now in his 1st season as a professional head coach.
And he'll certainly be happy of the way the season has progressed in the last few weeks.
One from Fleming's, another big specimen there. We'll cut it back just outside the 18 as Red Bulls 2 continuing to boss the early going here, now entering our 3rd minute. And it will come the other way for OCB. Just need to settle in here.
Yeah, it's very important that OCB don't have turnovers, don't turn the ball overs in their own third. You can see that the Red Bulls, with their speed and power, they're going to try and press and win the ball back in the opponent's half and try and attack from there, and OCB need to make sure they don't get caught cold.
Headed forward. That was Timothy Scholl, the Swiss. So the 6'6" center back.
Yeah, I don't think we can miss him.
Following the other side, Ribeiro in that holding mid spot alongside Tony Rocha tonight. Devon Williams in the center of the park wearing number 80. 1 cap with the Jamaican national team. So loaded.
Yeah, set pieces are going to be important here. Have to be on their guard here with you can see the mismatch with size.
Etienne will serve it long towards that back post. It is headed back in off of Orlando City B. It will be a corner kick here. And certainly looked like Plua was trucking toward that back.
A little bit windy out here tonight as well, and looked like that ball just got caught up in the wind and whipped into that back post, and I'll give away a corner there, but safety first again for OCB, and now they'll defend the corner.
Whipped in, headed out. And now Michael Cox will collect, use his big body, and get out of trouble, but it's given away here on the near side. Williams started things off on the overlap left side. Nice job keeping the ball here. As Etienne making the turn. Sent to the other side, Williams, and it's going to be out for a goal kick.
Looks like Etienne, the Haitian forward, will operate on this left side with Junior Flemings on the right side.
There's Mark Ridgers, leads USL with 42 saves. He's been pressed into surface quite often this year, too often for Anthony Pulis' liking.
Yeah, he's had a great first season here for OCB.
Pressure continuing to mount on the OCB back line. Ridgers is off his line and will collect. Wait for numbers to get in the right spot.
See Ribeiro there wanting to push his midfield up and get out and earn the right to play here in these opening minutes.
Allen fouling Ribeiro.
Yeah, Allen's certainly going to give the two centre-halves, Connor and Garcia, going to be a handful tonight for him. You can see his physical strength there.
Garcia plays it square to Connor Donovan. Ribeiro, here is Zach Ellis Hayden again getting the start for Tyler Turner, serving the red card suspension for the one he picked up in Charleston. That was quite a result for OCB, winning on the road, a really tough place to win, and doing so with a man down. Cox is in the box, knocked down. A little hand play battle going on. Cox comes away with it. Nice job as he and Schmoll goes to the back post, out of play. The wind behind it.
Great defending there from Schmoll. It really looked like Cox had got free. It was a great through ball from Mikey Ambrose, and Cox just was about to pull a trigger, and Scholl came along and blocked the shot, which could have been a goal in the counter-attack there.
Keeper for Red Bulls 2 is Ryan Mera. His fifth season with New York Red Bulls, 19 MLS appearances to his credit.
Yeah, he's going to take some beating tonight as well. Coach Wolniak was talking to me a little bit before the game about how impressive he has been with Mera this season.
Or if you remember, Mera began the season in 2012 after he was drafted, 18 straight games in MLS, and then had a hip injury and has really never recovered from that, and still on the road back. Drafted 31st overall out of Fordham. And Donovan will be chipped from behind. That will yield the free kick deep in their own half for OCB as you look at Bonomo. So what are you seeing here from Red Bulls that's been so successful right now?
It's almost very much an orthodox 4-4-2 with Bonomo and Allen up front. You know, they've got two big, strong boys up front, and then they've got the skillful wingers with Fleming and Etienne operating on the right and the left flank.
Of course, Jesse Marsh with the MLS club usually opts for the 4-2-3-1. Of course, the Red Bulls out in Seattle tonight.
It looked like they've pulled up quite a few boys that have been playing regularly for the Red Bulls 2 team, and they're playing tonight for the New York Red Bulls. That's a good turn there from Richie.
That one will go out of play. Yeah, mentioning the number of Red Bulls 2 players that have been moved up and have sought a lot of time. Alex Mule has a goal and an assist in MLS this year as well. Sean Davis with the MLS club tonight. Bill Yu, Anatola Bong. And they have not been shy about sending some of the key guys down. Gideon Ba on a little rehab assignment, if you will. So, Gonzalo Verón last week, the Argentinian DP.
Well, Sean Wright Phillips played 86 minutes last week. And,
so former Premier League player playing at Red Bulls too.
And even he got injured again, so the poor guy can't get a break right now. He comes, played a good game, and then he got injured again, so I think he's back in the training room. Well, that's what this league does, and it labels players and organizations to really get their players in tip-top form to be able to perform. Give them the young boys the opportunity as well.
Will be a throw for Red Bulls 2 again. Just one defeat this season, came early on. Next to Louisville, have been the class of the East. Of course, the loss coming to the Charlotte Independence. That was in early May. A little point of contention here. Rojo will circle around. Garcia will step over. Allen in front. So yeah, Allen and Bonomo, kind of the two of the head of the formation. Etienne kind of the left mid.
Fleming's on the right, and Bonomo I think will drop in and help the midfield out as well in that number 10 position. But he's certainly playing high right now, right up next to Allen.
Fleming's just got a touch. And now you see the speed being turned on by Bonomo. And they'll continue the run here as numbers come forward. Red Bulls on the road. A little bit of a heavy touch, does find the left side. The run up comes from Plua. And now taken away by Tony Rocha, who played midweek in the US Open Cup for the MLS side. Got loaned. Now Larea with a run down the right side. Down the line, keeps the run going. Still alive. Assistant gave it to him, and then he was taken down.
Interesting. Nice move there from Richie Larea. Beats the first man. The Red Bulls left back Plua wanted a foul, but beat the first man, and then wanted, maybe it was a little bit of dive in there to try and win the penalty kick, but it did look like he beat the man. It'll be interesting on the replay if he got touched. You can see here, gets the bounce of the ball, wins the ball back, no foul there, play on. And yeah, I don't think there was a touch there. Certainly Larea may be looking for the call there.
Etienne playing the ball through. Garcia pushed him off, and the shot from Etienne is stopped by Ridgers.
A nice combination play there from Etienne and Allen. Allen made that nice diagonal run in behind, and then Etienne was able to come inside into the space that Allen had left.
Pinged forward, Connor Donovan staying steady now. Zach Ellis Hayden will chip it up the line, looking for Michael Cox, and it was snuffed out. Will lead to an OCB throw as we're in our 12th minute.
Chance here for the Red Bulls. Etienne cuts inside, plays a little ball around the corner for Allen. Reverse pass back into Etienne, and Etienne hits it straight at Ridgers for a comfortable save.
Played back to Ridgers. OCB starting to find the legs here a little bit. The second 10, long ball up that left side, and offside is the call. Is lurching forward was Pierre da Silva. Once he gets activated, look out. He has been on quite a tear. 2 assists against Charleston on the team of the week.
Certainly Rocha will look to find him, and Rocha obviously playing well, getting called up for the game in midweek, and you can see he started with confidence. He'll look to try and spring Da Silva and Richie Larea as much as possible.
Headed by Garcia. Etienne sends it to that back post. Will not harm anybody. A sprightly start, you would say, really, by the Red Bulls. A lot of energy.
Great ball out there from Ridgers. Look at that ball on a dime.
Brought down by Hayden. Larea gets harassed some. Devin Williams. And they find Da Silva along the left side. He and Ambrose have had quite a connection this year. Little step over. And he gets into the box. Somewhat dangerous there for a moment, and then it was cleared off.
Really good move from OCB. You know, starts with a goalkeeper playing a lovely ping out here to the right back, get the switch all the way down the field, and switches it over, switched the point of attack, and ended up not quite getting a shot off, but definitely the best passing sequence of the match there for OCB.
OCB will have the throw at the halfway line. And an easy foul call there. Lewis Neal will play it. Here's Hayden. Etienne sticking a foot in there. Rocha.
That's the type of ball they got to be careful with. Very careful playing those balls.
Long run comes. Fleming's. And it will yield the throw. OCB. Ambrose will take.
Nice bit of defensive work. I think the two centre backs, Connor Donovan and Devron Garcia, they've certainly developed a bit of understanding there in the partnership.
Tried to mix the two. Got a good story I can share you after we remind you to get in the game through the USL social media channels. Follow the USL on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for news, live game updates, and video highlights from across the league. Of course, Lewis Neal out there playing tonight, twice during the broadcast. Last night, decided to call Luke Bowden Lewis Neal as he was standing next to me. So he gave me a bit of a go during the broadcast until near the end when he called, said Adrian Heath instead of Adrian Vinter, so I had to stick him back. So I did tell him I'll call him Luke Bowden tonight a couple of times.
There we go.
De Silva. Now Ambrose will overlap. Surveys things, sends the ball in. Cox got ahead. It's off target to the near side, and Lewis Neal had a look.
A great little combination there with what you talked about earlier, Ambrose and De Silva, and that's the key to the play on the left side. Can Mikey Ambrose and De Silva link up? This time Ambrose was overlapping and put a really nice ball into the box here. So he's able to pick his head up and actually pick his man out.
Corner kick. Drilled along the ground. First met there by Larea. Ellis Hayden will curl one to the back post. That had danger written all over it for Red Bulls too. Turn ball sent back in. Off his line is Mera. Shot on the way. It's a goal! Devron Garcia, his first professional goal on the putback.
What a goal and what a celebration as well. He's happy to score his first goal. Reminiscent of Baptista's goal last night. Just on the volley, swivels his hips. Goalkeeper makes a poor judgment, but Garcia certainly makes the most of that. Makes him pay. As the ball comes in, Mira doesn't get hold of it. Side volley, swivel those hips magnificently, and goes and does a celebration. Well done.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. One of those situations. When you see a center back scoring with his foot, it's not something that comes every day. You get the opportunity, you make the most of it.
Yeah, got to enjoy the moment, special moment, scoring a goal. Best feeling in the world, and he was certainly happy there.
Red Bulls 2 now in a 1-0 hole. So first goal they've conceded in 5 games.
We were singing the praises of Mira in the pre-game, and that's a poor goalkeeping error there, and Garcia makes the most of it.
Every goalkeeper has those moments if you do it long enough, right?
Certainly, everyone else can make a mistake. Goalkeeper makes a mistake, and you're gonna pay for it.
Mera. And now Cox putting on the blitz.
Yeah, and that's what a goal will do for you. Energizes the whole team, and you can see it's a spring in the step of the OCB players now.
There's the crafty De Silva, sends it over to Ambrose. Silva will run back to the left mid spot. Rocha surveys things, sends the ball forward, and you do see the energy coming now. It's all changed. Goals change games. Common refrain from Adrian Heath. De Silva, remember, just 17 years old, out of Port Chester, New York, so this game may have a little extra meaning. The academy player for Orlando City, starring for OCB now. Flemings. 7-77.
Fleming's a talented player out of Jamaica. Out of Jamaica College. I was down in Jamaica a couple of years ago and saw him and tried to bring him up here to Eastern Florida, but he was very much focused on a professional route, and here he is.
Etienne will serve it with the right foot. Haitian Youth International, U23 player Cook. The run comes back. Larea, and he'll be fouled. So Devin Williams, the other Jamaican in that lineup, gets to him.
Ridges there, Ridges, managed to get just a touch on that there, and that's perhaps an area of his game where I'm sure he'll want to clean up a little bit. He's a fantastic shot stopper, but crossing and coming out for crosses, he's one of the hardest elements of the game, and something perhaps he'll want to work on in the off-season as well, I'm sure.
Scotsman punts it to the other end. Cox. Not get there, he'll be sent up the line. Nice turn by Allen. Allen will have a family conundrum coming up. He continues to play more MLS games. His brother RJ starting right back for NYCFC. So one red, one blue. Although most will tell you that's not really a rivalry yet, because NYCFC has yet to win.
And New York, talking about the Cosmos as a big
Cosmos
rivalry.
knocked him out of the Open Cup too, right?
Yeah. That's a big team. That's a big supported team in the New York area as well.
Oh, how about the moves from Rocha in the midfield? Now Neal dancing on the ball. Switch it left. De Silva settles under. As Ambrose on the overlap to the left, that's where he'll go with it. Ambrose now back to De Silva. Two players push him off the ball, and now it'll be the Red Bulls' turn. Red Bulls 2 will just take it out to that far side. Aaron Long dealing with that long ball. Garcia, the goal scorer. Back to Ridgers. 22nd minute. This will be a feather in the cap for OCB should they get a result here tonight, a win against the second place team in the East. As it stands right now, OCB in a playoff position, currently in 8th, but you got to keep getting results.
Certainly a long way to go tonight as well, Jeff.
Yeah.
But
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But a good start. Rocha's starting to control things from a deep lying playmaker position, starting to pick the ball up and make OCB tick. Da Silva. Schmoll. Schmoll, a graduate of Harvard, by the way. The professor, you should call him. Came over from Switzerland. Up to Bonamo. And now OCB takes possession. Rocha, steady as she comes. Nice move there from De Silva as well.
Larea jogging. Ellis Hayden along the right. Opts to go to Ribeiro back. Square long ball. Ambrose.
Starting to really control possession now. So it's a nice move here for OCB. And you see Zach Ellis Hayden a little bit frustrated with himself after making me look bad in the commentary booth here with that
the
poor
curse.
pass.
Always say something bad about them, and then they'll do something good too. The opposite works.
Like Fleming switched to the left side here. Yeah, and Etienne's moved over to the right.
Provide a different look. Etienne on the ball right now. Metzger, they're wearing number 36. Ian Plua connecting. Now headed out of trouble by Ellis Hayden. It will lead to a throw-in.
OCB missing Tyler Turner tonight from a suspension, who's been certainly one of their standout players this season.
Standout offensive players from that right back spot too. Turner with 3 goals, and Ridgers will have it. Mark Ridgers, the 25-year-old Scotsman, who has been standing on his head from the first game this season.
His distribution is usually fantastic as well from his feet and his hands. Usually can pick a player out, anywhere from 40 yards to 80 yards.
Aaron Long was with Seattle Sounders 2 last year. Intercepted. Zach Ellis Hayden read the play. Squared it into Rocha. We'll start things off. Hayden has some space. Gallop upfield. Sees Cox. Ball to his right foot. Got pushed off the ball.
I would have liked to see Zach Ellis Hayden when he first got that ball there. Instead of going back and square into Rocha, you know, he had Larea and Cox in front of him. You know, try and attack, try and transition forward when Red Bulls isn't expecting it, rather than going back and letting them get back into position.
Good hold up by Cox. Return ball from Lewis Neal, aka Luke Bowden.
Bowden was good last night.
Excellent. On the left to Silva. Oh, another cross on the way. It will roll to that flag and be saved in momentarily, but it leads to a goal kick. Larea with the hustle.
That's a good ball there from De Silva, and really, you know, you want your wide player, and that's probably the learning curve for Richie Larea. You know, if the left winger is going to put the ball in the box, then Larea's really got to be there. He's got to be in there in that back post. That looked like a good ball to me, and Richie wasn't in position to attack the box and attack the ball. So I think that's certainly a learning curve for him as well, playing in that wide area. He's got to get himself in the box more, give him the opportunity to score.
26 gone by, and that will go out of play. Ellis Hayden will throw it for OCB. Coming in at 5, 6, and 2 on 17 points. Good for 8th. New York Red Bulls 8, 1, and 3 on 27 points. So 10 points ahead. It could snuggle up a little closer should OCB manage to get out of here. Of course, one of the toughest places to play in the league in Charleston, who had a 2-year winning streak going until Louisville beat them there.
Yeah, and you know, they were good here. They were very, very good here, you know, when they beat OCB here or there. It's a talented team, so great result on the road.
Larea back. Ribeiro, now Hayden. Everybody resets. We'll put it to the other side. A lot of the width being exploited by OCB tonight, making a move, keeping the ball. And again, commentators curse. And now we'll just steal it away. Is De Silva working his magic, and will be tripped up. That will yield a foul.
De Silva's come to play tonight, certainly. He looks energetic. He looks like he's going to be direct. He's going to pick up the ball and run. And Williams is there to break up the play. And he won the foul there, De Silva, so good play.
Yellow card is issued.
And that was down to De Silva's direct play, and that's what they want him to do. They want to pick the ball up and run and create opportunities to create free kicks and passes. So well played there from De Silva, and they do something from this free kick.
Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Devin Williams goes into the book. Yellow card in the 28th minute. And it's a 1-0 game. Larea and De Silva over the ball. Get to reload.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card has been issued to New York.
And it'll be Red Bull's ball on the far side.
Yeah, wasted opportunity from that free kick there from Richie Larea. Poor ball.
Been issued to New York number 80, Devon Williams, in the 28th minute.
Trying to spring. Red Bull's there, mixing things up. They started that first 10 minutes like gangbusters, and it certainly settled down. The goal has changed it, and as soon as I say that, there's Flemings along the left side and trying to put it high, and it's off target.
A little bit of inexperience there from Zach Ellis Hayden. You know, talked about it earlier, playing that square ball inside, and as a right back, if you're going to play that ball square, you make sure you got to connect. Flemings was able to pick that ball up, drive at the OCB defense, and Bonomo just got underneath that a little bit, luckily enough for Ridges.
Luckily he was left-footed and had the even tougher angle.
But you know, Zach Hayden, he's got to be positive with his passes, and this Red Bulls team is quick and strong in the midfield, and he's make sure he's got to play forward unless he's 100% sure that he can connect a pass going square.
Ellis, one of 3 Canadians in the starting 11 tonight, along with Michael Cox and Richie Larea. Cox will be taken down, lead to a free kick. Fouls starting to add up for Red Bulls too.
It's not an easy task being that lone front man, and Michael Cox did very well there. He was very smart and crafty. He used his body to roll Schmoll and picks up the foul.
OCB in possession. Left side to Silva. Hooked away from behind, but it finds Lewis Neal.
Been quiet so far, Lewis Neal, but playing in perhaps a slightly unorthodox position for him in the number 10 role.
Flemings. Top of the box. Bonomo. Boy, got a lot of power on that shot, but it bounced right to Ridgers.
Flemings and Bonomo starting to get things going here, and nice little ball inside from Flemings to Bonomo, and Ridgers is behind that to make the save.
Bonomo drafted into MLS last year. 39th overall, opted to trial in Europe instead, coming out of Cal. Played over a half hour here in Melbourne. Ambrose, 2 former Austin Aztec men from last year, 2 teammates. Franchise not currently operating in USL, will return soon enough. Ball into the box, Ellis Hayden clears with the head. Larea and Plua will play the ball back.
Good spell this for the Red Bulls. Coach Pulis, last interview I did with Coach Pulis, he was pretty upset with the 2-goal lead they got up and then conceded late goals to end up losing that game. So I certainly think OCB are going to really want to hold on to this 1-0 going into halftime.
The Orlando City ball.
Hey, we win this! We win this! We win this!
Held up by Cox. Trying to make the turn, kind of hemmed in. Circles out of it, and it'll be a throw. Metzger put it out. Michael Cox, 6'2", has the wheels, has the muscle, also has the ability to operate in tight spaces. Allen. And how about Larea? Taking it right back. Rocha, how about the ball into Coxie?
See, Larea is a lot happier in that central area. That's where he wants to be.
Wrestled away. Williams playing with a yellow card. Onto the ball for Metzger. Williams squares near side. Plua. Polish-born native of New Jersey, Plua. Ball to the back post. Running along the line. Goal kick it is.
Yeah, Richards was scrambling a little bit there and luckily just dropped out for OCB. Nice switch there from Flemings, from left to right.
Rogers to the other side, out jumped Cox by Plua.
Yeah, It's not really a good tactic from OCB to just hit long balls up to Cox, that's for sure, because it's definitely, they've got a big back line, the Red Bulls, and not had much success if there's balls in the air coming up to Cox. He's not going to be able to hold that ball up.
Mara starting to see Red Bulls try to play it side to side to get the possession back here. Go all the way back. Well, New York Red Bulls too hadn't conceded a goal since a 1-1 draw with Richmond on the 14th of May. Since then, 4 1-0 victories in a row. Do not concede many.
I can certainly see why. I think we've had one shot here for OCB in 34 minutes. It's 1-0.
OCB will have the throw. Ambrose. Back to Garcia.
Good first touch there from Rocha. He's been very sharp tonight.
Trying to find Cox over the top. Can he pull it down in that battle there with Schmoll?
And that's the type of ball that Cox wants. He wants to be able to turn that big back line, just like that ball right there.
Oh, Larrea's inside. Trying to turn around. The numbers come back defensively. And the headed shot by Cox on the cross from Ambrose, which was a beautiful one, but it was right at Mira.
Yeah, good ball in right on the dime there for Cox, and Cox gets good power but directs it straight at Mira.
Play on. Larrea able to stop the attack. Now Cox making the run once again. Carroll. Larrea pounding the ground. Frustration. Thought he had something brewing. Here's Plua. Second season with Red Bulls too. He'll have it on his left foot. Now moves it with the right. Flemings will receive it. To the back post it goes. Trying to find Etienne, and it will go out for a corner kick.
Left flank's been strong for OCB tonight, and the build-up play here for Larrea. Lays a nice ball out for Ambrose, who's able to whip this in first time, and Cox gets up nicely, but directs it straight at the keeper. Good opportunity though.
That one falls in the 6 and it's poked in. So the equalizer going to be scored by Tim Schmoll, his first goal of the season, and it comes about 7 minutes from halftime.
Etienne was able to bend the ball in, very similar to Ambrose's ball bent in from the channel, and Schmoll was able to get a touch on that. A little bit of a mix-up and a melee in the box, and Schmoll was able to just tap that in. Probably the easiest goal Schmoll will ever score. The big 6'6" centre-half from Harvard. He'll take that.
The professor putting that one up on the board. Should be his first professional goal. Signed his first pro contract in January. So congratulations, Timothy Schmoll. He'll have the ball now.
OCB will be disappointed with defending that set piece. Failed to clear the first ball, and that's what happened. If you failed to clear that first ball, then it's liable to get punished for it, and they were there.
Over Larrea. Well, you knew this one wasn't going to be easy, really, for either side with the way the two teams have been playing as of late, as far as the form. Intercepted by Hayden. Out for a throw-in. Trotting up will be Plua. Schmoll. Plua will forced back. Long. Long ball to the edge of the area. Etienne harassing Ribeiro and commits the foul.
Solid defensive work there from Ribeiro. Gets his body in between the ball and Etienne's forced to tug him back.
Keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. In our 40th minute, 1-1 the score. The marquee games of the weekend. Two teams in playoff contention doing battle here. Two MLS affiliated clubs. Of course, Red Bulls 2 had the lessons from last year in which they reached the conference semis, finished 4th in the East in their first year of existence. We'll have a corner kick. Trying to perhaps nick a lead here entering halftime. Played short. Across the box one time, curling shot! A golazo! And Aaron Long will think about that one long and hard for many years to come. Beautiful goal and well earned.
Great angle from where we were able to start from outside the far post and bend right back into the hit side net. And so 2 defenders, 2 goals. Ball's driven over and just a lovely touch on the ball there from Long. Just caressed that ball into the far post. Just as Schmoll would probably have the easiest goal he ever scored, and I would think perhaps Long will be the nicest goal he's ever scored.
Came in the 41st minute, and we've seen that a lot from OCB. They'd have leaked goals quickly, back-to-back fashion, likening it back to that Louisville game, in which they seemingly had control and yielded goals in quick succession late.
Yeah, very frustrating.
Trying to turn around the shot from Cox off the top of the crossbar.
Great move there from Cox. Used his strength, great position of his body, able to roll his center back and fires one off the crossbar. Just skims the top of the crossbar, a lot like Paul Pogba's shot today, if you saw that for France. Just hit that with pace and power.
Take a look at the shot that nearly knocked the goal off its moorings.
Good first touch and bang. Just got underneath it a little bit too much, otherwise the keeper would have had no chance.
Pushed off. Hearing 1 minute of stoppage time will be tacked on in our 43rd minute. Right now, Cox giving chase. Go all the way to the line and it'll be kicked out just to make sure out of the stadium. Lions go from leading to trailing in this one in a span of 4 minutes. There's a foul and Rocha certainly frustrated.
Rocha felt he got most of the ball there and I think he had a case. So yeah, certainly frustrating for Coach Pulis. You can see the frustration obviously and going up and only 9 minutes to go to halftime and conceding 2 goals in quick succession.
Flemings can't do much with it. Ridgers now with a couple of minutes for OCB to level things.
Certainly be some bright spots and a good overall performance from the individual attacking players, but got to sharpen up at the back.
Larea starts things off. It's held by Neal. Now Rocha as Flemings comes racing back to take it away. And it's into touch. De Silva. He will leave it for Ambrose. Time winding short. About 2 minutes remaining before the whistle will be blown. And it's turned over. Taken away from Rocha. This is Allen. Flemings. Little stop and start, able to get through and draws the foul on Larea. Nothing too harmful in it, but leaves it in a dangerous spot here.
I see a good bit of explosion there from the young Jamaican. Fleming's able to stop and start and accelerate away and created the space and then drew the foul. And this is we saw a great free kick, didn't we, here from about this spot against Louisville. And this is a nice spot to for all the attacking players to see if they can take a chance and have a pot shot. There's all four of them. Who's going to take it? It's four of them over the ball. Could see something special here.
Now there's two left. Trying to get the runner in.
A lot of players committed forward, though. Could be on for a counter-attack here for OCB.
Plus Hayden with the head up and the ball, and you can see his frustration.
There will be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
In stoppage time and 1 minute. Zach Ellis Hayden had it go off of New York Red Bulls. 30 seconds to go. And you hear the scream of Andrew Ribeiro, who was whacked to the turf.
Yeah, foot was up there from Bonomo. Painful one there for Ribeiro.
Microphones picked it up quite solidly. And Ribeiro luckily back up. This could be the last kick of the first half right here. And there's the whistle from Rubiel Vasquez. Well, OCB goes from leading to trailing in a span of 4 minutes. Still in it though. 2-1 Red Bulls 2. We'll be back to talk about it right after this.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
Sun setting on Florida's Space Coast. Good game as Red Bulls 2 leads OCB 2-1 at the half. Jeff Radcliffe, Oliver Twelvetrees, and what do you make? You had the momentum shift multiple times in that first half, and it certainly leaves the second half wide open for it's anybody's guess on how it's going to go.
Yeah, exciting game. Both teams getting after it and throwing men forward to try and score a goal and create opportunities. Obviously, the Red Bulls started really, really strongly and were pressing the ball high up the field, but OCB were able to get away from that press, started getting involved in the game, started to create some nice possession and scored. Great first goal for Devron Garcia, and then unfortunately a little bit of lack of concentration and focus, and 2 goals in quick succession for the Red Bulls from 2 of their defenders. So certainly the Pulis wouldn't have been talking before the game about the dangers of Schmall and Long as goal scorers, but that's what's happened, and he'll be a little bit disappointed going into halftime, 1 goal down.
3 goals scored, all by defenders. Here's a look at the highlights.
Yeah, nice ball there over the top.
Spilled by Mera and was put back. Garcia's first professional goal.
Garcia, he can play in the midfielder, he can play in the centre back, so he scored some goals in his career, not professional goals, but he certainly knows where the goal is and showed great technique.
He did play in Honduras, so first as a Lion. And then just cleaning up the mess on aisle 39 was Timothy Schmoll. His first goal of the season.
And struggled with that first ball. Rivera didn't get there, and easy finish there for Schmoll.
And then just 4 minutes later, Aaron Long, not sure if he meant to hit it that way, but he made it look like he meant it.
Yeah, it looked like he'd been playing a little bit of soccer tennis and just guided that ball into the corner. Great finish.
A beaut from Long. Then a couple of chances late.
Yeah, Cox has been lively all game and getting the ball, and he'll create chances, and just a nice swivel and shot there from Cox just goes over the bar. Keeper was beaten all ends up, but just goes over.
Rocks the crossbar, and you see the scenes here in Melbourne.
Not a bad night. Look at that sky. Fantastic. No. Life is good.
Tyler Turner playing around with the lads.
Yeah, Tyler Turner will be missed. He's a talented player, and they've definitely missed him tonight. Zach Ellis-Hayden, a little experience, few giveaways, and obviously Tyler Turner has that goal threat as well, 3 goals on the season. So maybe OCB will be looking at their bench and thinking, are they going to go to their bench and see if they can create some more opportunities?
Good crowd out here tonight as well. We've had a lot of rain issues on and off this season, as you'd expect here in Central Florida, but so far so good tonight, and it's good to see the crowd out.
Yeah,
on Father's Day weekend.
Certainly a lot of youth players out here. We had a soccer camp here this week at Eastern Florida, and we're able to promote this game and get a lot of families out to the game as well tonight. So certainly a big soccer community in Brevard, and great to see them out supporting OCB tonight.
Sprinklers on as well. Get the pitch looking green as ever, except around the edges. We had an unfortunate incident, I guess, with the mowing, in that the referees required some mowing along the edges.
Yeah, the referees
look like paint.
The referees always want to complain about something. I would have probably just left them complain and moan all they like, but we cut it down for them, and now it'll grow back.
It's at the level they want, right?
Yeah.
2-1 our score. We'll have stats and a whole lot more right after this.
Stretched out to the middle, back to Green.
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score! Gerardo Fords. It's in! Rochester has the lead, and the game extends.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
We are back in Melbourne as OCB trailing in this one 2-1 on a perfect, picture-perfect night here at the Titan Soccer Complex on the campus of Eastern Florida State College. Jeff Radcliffe along with Oliver 12 Trees. What do you make of the stats as we now will have those to show you? The 2-1 is the score line right now, but each team has had their moments here.
Yeah, it's certainly been an even game. I think possession's been even, and you can see the shots show that with 3 shots on goal and 5 shots each as well, and the corner kicks more for the Red Bulls, obviously, with that 4-1, and more fouls commit from the Red Bulls as well. So a very even game, and OCB will be disappointed to go in at the half 2-1 down for an even game and all to play for in the second half.
Let's talk a little bit about maybe adjustments here. You were saying the goals conceded maybe a little soft, really on all 3 here tonight when defenders are scoring, right?
Yeah, I certainly think the OCB centre backs have got to attack the ball a little bit better and make sure they're getting that first ball. Getting the first ball. I think the defensive midfielders do a good job of cleaning up that second ball. But unless you're going to win that first ball that's delivered into the box, both goals coming from balls delivered into the box they fail to deal with. And you've got to do a better job of doing the bread and butter of defending, of cleaning it up and making sure you clear the ball. On the attacking side, you've seen the danger that Michael Cox possesses, and he's going to want those balls slid in the channels. He wants to turn the big, strong centre-backs and see if he can get the balls into space. And so let's see if De Silva, Larea can play balls forward into Cox rather than just playing square and into the centre midfield players. And if they can get Cox on the ball in dangerous areas, I think good things are going to happen.
See if they can drum up an equalizer here in this second half. Take this time to remind you to get closer to the club by subscribing to Lion Nation. You can watch exclusive interviews, get behind-the-scenes content, vote on club decisions, be rewarded for your loyalty, and have access to partner discounts. You can learn more about Orlando City's membership program at lionnation.com. Second half coming up right after this from the Titan Soccer Complex. So we will take a break shortly and get the Dance Party USA going. As we said, just a perfect night.
Yeah, great night, great weather. We haven't had any storms. A little bit of rain earlier on tonight, and now it's a beautiful night. And let's hope that CFOCB can see if they can get some more combinations going and create some more opportunities to score.
The clean up there. So 3 defenders, 3 goals. That's the story when we come back second half.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
We are back in Melbourne. 2-1 the score. 2 minutes away from starting half number 2. And let's look again at the highlights of these goals. And certainly fun ones to watch, especially the first and third.
And Mikey Ambrose just plays that ball into the box, and Mira makes a mistake. And, you know, the technique, the techers on that volley was fantastic. Looks like that was Devon Garcia playing that ball into the box. Devon Williams playing that ball into the box there for long.
And Ambrose
has been sharp all night as well. He's been a real thorn in the Red Bull side, and he got down the wing very, very nicely there, slipped the ball into Cox, and Cox was just a little bit unlucky to go over the top with that strike.
Long ball served in here. This was, again, Garcia.
I don't think Mira's going to want to see that anymore, though, isn't he? We've seen it. I don't think Mira's going to want to see this replay too much, but maybe Long will want to see that volley a few more times, because what a great volley that was. Pick that one out.
That might have been Fleming's there on the assist. Fleming's or Williams. And people are waiting. Hey, everybody. Glad you're out here watching some USL soccer as Rubio Vasquez waiting for the clock to strike 45. It has both teams on the field. Substitutions available for OCB. One of those, Marius Obikop, and you know he'd be itching to play against his former side.
Yeah, certainly an interesting story there. He's been a live wire for OCB off the bench a lot this season, and he, former Red Bulls 2 player last year, he'll be itching to get off the bench and get onto the pitch and show what he can do and prove Red Bulls wrong about letting him move down here to OCB. As well as, of course, a local Orlando player, Johnny Mendoza. He'll be wanting to get on the pitch again.
Macca, Kylan McFadden, a defender, Antonio Matarazzo, who got his first action of the year up in Charleston, is available as well tonight. See if he gets into the game. And now it'll be OCB attacking the goal to our left. And De Silva, one way to stop it is push him off the ball. There's a challenge, and it will come the other way. Clean challenge, out for a throw.
Yeah, welcome to the USL.
Physical league, like most of the leagues here in the United States. Garcia will get it back to Ridgers. Scrambles to get it away.
Yeah, Garcia didn't look where he was playing that pass. They always got to make sure you have a little look before you play that pass, or it's going to be dangerous.
Neal playing the early ball. Cox, now Lorea into the box, will send it. Still on his foot, fouled from behind. No. Play on, says Rubio Vasquez. And switch it. And cannot find the target. De Silva. Tug of the jersey there from Ambrose. That will bring out a card.
Yeah, he'll be going in the book for sure. Going back to that earlier opportunity, Cox slipped a lovely ball in to Richie Larea, and Richie Larea as an attacking player, that's what you dream of. You want to have those 1v1 opportunities, and didn't really make the most out of that. Fleming's on the break, forced Mikey Ambrose into committing that foul.
Comes in the 47th minute. Just underway, second half. Lions chasing now a 2-1 game.
I'm sure if you saw the Switzerland game today, the Switzerland-France game, but the Swiss had about 4 shirts ripped. And the Red Bull shirts must be a little stronger because...
yeah, perhaps need to find a new shirt manufacturer.
Certainly.
Garcia. Now De Silva. Circle back, and this Honduran center half sends it across. Carroll. Trying to find Brandon Allen, who's been somewhat quiet tonight, and now trying to get the ball onto his left. Diagonal ball to the corner. Flemings gets a shot off. It will roll into a touch. It'll be a throw.
Yeah, Brandon Allen's very left-footed player. Always wanted to try and get that ball onto his left foot, and that's where his power is.
Bonamo. Still looking for the first goal by a non-defender here.
Flemings has been trying all night, very direct with his running, and always looking to pick the ball up and go at his defenders on that first touch. As a coach, you always want to see your players doing that. Try and be positive with your first touch.
Flemings to the corner. Ambrose deadens the ball, but then gives it immediately away. Bonamo across, top of the box it is. And it hung up on Etienne's foot. Left side. Cutting in. Going side to side here. Flemings rips it across. Allen sends it back. Tough to defend this long. Carroll. Oh, Bonamo keeps his footing. Flemings. Little combination. Able to get the corner, and it's sent out. Goal kick. So it was off of New York Red Bulls too.
Just locked in there, concerted pressure there for the Red Bulls.
It's like a power play.
It was very, very difficult. Orlando sitting really, really deep, having a hard time get out of their own third.
Donovan
starts with a turnover. You got to be careful here again.
Ambrose. Rocha, the relief of pressure, continues though. Given away to the back line. Zach Ellis Hayden gives a run. And one way to get it out of trouble is doing that. Mark Ridgers.
Certainly that was what it called for a few plays earlier.
Ribeiro poked away. Wins it back. Larea crosses halfway. Will hold up, get some reinforcements. Neal ahead. Cox gets a foot on it, and a massive collision inside the 18. And Mara, one of those down in considerable pain.
It looked like it was a Cox sandwich, but Cox got out of there all right, and the goalkeeper, and looks like Schmall got the worst of it.
Cox, the creamy filling in that sandwich cookie, if you will.
Great ball.
Got off cleanly.
Yeah, great ball from Lewis Neal. Threaded the eye of the needle there. Fantastic pass. Cox is on his bike.
Oh, that's not going to feel good. Still attending as Coach Wolenak.
Great career for John Wolenak.
33 MLS goals in his career. Played with countless teams, it seems. Holds the distinction of being the player that was waived to make room for Thierry Henry's move.
So him and Henry aren't best mates then?
Well, I think it might have saw the writing on the wall as his career was winding down, but played back in the Metro Stars days. Here's a look.
Nice angle from here. Keeper was brave, come off his line, and looked like, was it Long?
Long is
Long
up.
just got there just first and then took the hit from the goalkeeper after knocking that ball out. But good counter-attack there from OCB.
Need to see more of it.
Certainly need to be more aggressive when they win that ball back. Try and go forward a little bit quicker and create those opportunities, because they're there. They've shown all night tonight that if they can play direct, play a little bit more direct, a little bit more forward, they can create opportunities and get those goals that they need to get back in this game.
Mara. Starting off the 53rd minute. Garcia. Out jumps Allen. Cox holds it up.
Needs a lot more of that from Garcia. Needs to win those first balls, as we talked about at halftime, and Good challenge there from Garcia.
Lewis Neal directing traffic. Ambrose can't find Neal. Etienne. Schmoll comes back off the foot of Plua. Release down the right side is Carroll. Aloft to bring it back. Williams, long ball left side, Plua. Top of the box, just outside. Ball served to the back post and stuck out of there.
Very important block there from Zach Ellis-Hayden.
Service again inside the 6, falls, bounces off the woodwork. Not sure how it stayed out.
Fantastic technique on the volley there from Flemings. Hits across it, and not sure if Richards got a touch on it or not, but cannons off the post.
Off of Donovan back to Ridgers. My. Best look would have been the Harbor City Hooligans. That would have been the best vantage point. Picked up by Allen. Red Bulls starting to boss the possession here. Etienne into the corner, being chased by Ribeiro. Tossed like a rag doll down, goal kick. He went over the line. So look at that last save, unorthodox as it was.
Oh, bounces off Mikey Ambrose right to the foot of Flemings, and he holds his hands in the head in despair after thinking he buried that.
Still can't tell if Ridgers did get a touch on it to push it into the post.
I don't think he knew too much about it, to be fair. He'll probably say he got a hand to it, but don't think he knew much about it. Good strike.
Did a good job once it came back to him to smother.
Yeah.
Plua will throw in front of his bench.
Pretty sparse bench there for the Red Bulls.
Yeah, just 5 subs available. One of those, the keeper Rafael Diaz, who, if you know your Orlando City history, wore purple in 2014, never appeared in a USL game, but did play a half in US Open Cup for the men in purple.
And one of the reasons that the bench is so sparse is the fact that it's actually the academy finals going on at the moment, and the Red Bulls do bring a lot of the younger academy players up to be on the bench for their first team on the USL, so that's why they're a little short on the bench, as well as their Red Bulls team being up in Seattle.
47th minute, Red Bulls leading 1-0 against Seattle. So looking to get the daily double, if you will. Get both teams in the victory column tonight.
It's a strong team, certainly one of the strongest teams that we've seen from top to bottom. It's a very strong Red Bulls team with they're very consistent with their play and strong back line, guys that can score, guys that can create. Been impressed with them tonight.
Will be a corner kick for De Silva and the OCB Lions. 57th looking for an equalizer. Ball is away high, arcing to that back post. Etienne got the head on it, sent back into the mixer by Rocha. And ball intended and now intercepted. Back post again, too far for Cox.
Good opportunity there, really good opportunity there for Larea, and just overhit that cross. Should have done better from that position. Should have been able to pick out one of his pals and be able to create a goal scoring opportunity.
Leading the game is number 49.
So Andrew Ribeiro will come off.
He's being replaced by number 47.
So Marius Obakop going up against his former mates. This will be certainly an energetic performance, you would think.
Yeah, definitely an attacking substitution, which was needed. Ribeiro, more defensive-minded, defensive midfield player. Obakop's going to try and run at this, good on the ball, direct player, and he'll try and operate just underneath Cox.
Etienne. Yeah, Obakop, 20 appearances, 6 goals last year for Red Bulls too. Also had 6 appearances with the MLS side from 2013 to 2015. And the Cameroonian U20 international, now 21 years old, into the game for OCB. Coming away, and now poke-checked, if you will, is Donovan.
Yeah, important challenge from Donovan.
Obakop starts things off. Da Silva will run on. Play the ball through. Obakop on the left foot. To the byline it goes. Slips down. Continues to battle, and Long got the best of it.
It's been a bit of the story of his season so far. Obakop gets into good positions, but hasn't been able to deliver that final ball. Tonight be an opportunity to kickstart his career.
Da Silva, he's making the run, and it's kept in. Ambrose looking to measure up across. Whipped into the box. Nobody in purple near it. All white jerseys. And now the counter's on.
Lewis
Metzger.
Neal's just taken up the defensive midfield role alongside Rocha now, allowing Obakop to play in the number 10 role.
Yeah, but you couldn't have run the length.
Here's the throw. Taking the time as we've reached about the hour mark.
That's true. I know I would.
Allen, as we've said, has been quite quiet tonight, the leading scorer for this team. Obakop picks it up. Da Silva with room to run as the rain begins to fall now. Larea, right side. Ellis Hayden tries to deliver across. And nicely defended once again by Red Bulls too. Thought that might have been going out for a corner. Steady as she goes for Connor Donovan. So we're blessed by mild weather here early going. Last half hour now was all up in the air. Da Silva giving him some space. Sends the ball to the back post. Rocha down to Obakop, trying to get a turn on it. Neal. Marius along the right side. Numbers closed down. Ellis Hayden cuts it back to Larea. He'll shoot. And the 3 players still alive, making them defend. Rocha into the middle, will let it fly off the back of Long.
Opened up for him a little bit there and able to get that shot off, but blocked.
Garcia plays back to his keeper, Mark Ridgers. 62nd minute. Can't tell you that Mike Grella has the goal for the MLS side tonight. 18th minute, and they have the lead. They're in Seattle. Or no, they're at home at Red Bull Arena, excuse me.
How about that 7-0 drubbing for Mexico last night?
Yes. Don't want to make anybody mad, but it warmed my heart.
Mexico are playing well. I was thinking they were one of the top teams in the tournament. I thought they were playing well, had a chance to win it, and Chile just, wow, 7-0.
About to say, Mexico got the NYC treatment like the Red Bulls handed them a few weeks back. A 7-0, a touchdown and the extra point. So the first substitution has been made by the Red Bulls. Donovan. than half hour to go. Lions need a goal to get something out of this one. Donovan. Ambrose awaits. Tries to play it to Obakop off his line as Mara knew what OCB was doing from the get-go.
Looks like Vincent Bezecourt is on for the Red Bulls.
The Frenchman making his third appearance.
With Etienne been replaced.
Just one shot on goal for Bezecourt. Donovan. Rain has lightened some. Larea, nice touch. Being chased down, pulls it back. He's had a nice game. Ellis Hayden. Against two defenders, keeps the run going, muscled off, and loses it into touch. Red Bulls 2, taken away. Rocha pushed from behind, easy call here. Free kick quickly taken. Lewis Neal plays it back. Ambrose on the run, trying to find De Silva, couldn't get there. Neal doing battle, draws the foul. Lou on his way.
OCB are going to need Lewis Neal and Rocha to get involved in the game and really start controlling the tempo of the game if they're going to get back into this one.
Into touch, throw back to Red Bulls 2. Lions had the early lead. Have since surrendered 2 goals, all in the first half.
Cox has been a little bit of a lonely figure up front here in the second half and hasn't had too much support. Obakop will be hoping to give him a little bit more support as the half moves on.
Well, the MLS club will return to Camping World Stadium on June 25th against Toronto FC. Single game tickets available at OrlandoCitySC.com. Orlando City much in need of a win. Got the 8th draw of the season last night. In all fairness, last night not necessarily about the game.
Yeah,
over 37,000 as you saw.
Certainly, you know, a great game, great moments, and I think they thought they had won it in there in the 91st minute with a great strike from Baptista. But in the 94th, they conceded the draw.
Familiar refrain. They're winning late and conceding late.
Some parallels here with this OCB squad that again had the lead tonight and weren't able to hold on for it for very long.
Danny Pulis with the Orlando United patch under the crest. Lost in the middle of the park. Plua. Back to Mara, the keeper. Neal trying to break it up.
Yeah, Williams has been good tonight. Number 80 there for Red Bulls in the middle of the park, who's been very, very strong and managed to break up play.
Obakop, nice stutter stop. Keeps it going to De Silva. Pushed out. Throw in OCB.
As Williams win another ball, he's won a lot of balls there and started off a lot of attacks for the Red Bulls.
Marius trying to make a turn. And we'll stay with OCB on the throw-in. Neal ahead to Marius Obakop. Da Silva and Williams out of trouble. Allen. Ambrose breaks it up just enough. And now we'll switch it to the far side. Zach Ellis Hayden. Rocha, like the ball at his feet. Larea. And taken down, should bring out a yellow. And that will be the case. So the yellow goes to Plua. That coming now in the 69th minute.
Having a little bit of a chat about that one after as well. Plua not happy about Larea, something Larea's done, but Larea gets a free kick and Plua's in the book.
Second yellow on a Red Bulls 2 player is Devin Williams, booked on the 28th. Now Da Silva from a long way out here, but
to New York, number 41, Conrad Plua, in the 69th minute.
Silva, some mustard on it. Sent into the mixer. Mara Brave coming off the line. Along the byline, goes out. Corner kick OCB. So Larea earns a set piece opportunity.
Good ball in the box there from Da Silva. Always like to see my players putting that bent in rather than curling away right in on the keeper. Makes it harder to defend against, and the ball pops out there for Richie Larea and does well on the byline.
Two hands in the air. Da Silva with the delivery curling in right at Mara. Now Mike Grella now has a brace for the MLS side as New York Red Bulls lead Seattle at Red Bull Arena, which happens to be the home of Red Bulls 2 as well. Not good news for Orlando City fans who are chasing Red Bulls. We'll have another opportunity at them here in a couple of weeks.
Lewis Neal going into that more defensive midfield role as I think suits him a lot more, and he's getting more touches on the ball, being able to get involved in the game, and it'll be up to him to get this team going here in this last 30 minutes.
Our 71st. And at one point with a 1-goal lead, if you're Red Bulls, do you start managing the game, trying to just see this one out as opposed to going forward?
I certainly think they've already slowed the tempo down.
Picked off by Lewis Neal. Ahead to Rocha, galloping through the midfield. Will be stood up, keeps upright, showing the strength. Da Silva now runs onto the ball, looking to be crafty, and it'll be pushed off, and it's taken away. Silva trying to chase it down. It goes off of Rocha and into touch. Throw, Red Bulls 2.
Really impressive performance tonight from Timothy Schmall. First of all, stopped Rocha and then stopped Da Silva one after another. Shows his strength as a defender, and obviously he's shown his ability in the other end as well by nicking a goal too. So probably man of the match performance so far tonight from Schmall.
Cox again, has to be a foul. You hear Long saying he's been holding me the whole time.
That's the battle between the centre forward and the centre backs, and Cox gets the better of him that time.
And now you've got a free kick in a dangerous spot.
This is a fantastic opportunity. You know, they've been living on scraps a little bit in this second half, so this will be an opportunity to really put some quality into the box, or maybe even have a dig at goal themselves.
See how they approach it here. 4-game win streak on the line for Red Bulls 2.
Looks like Mikey Ambrose is shaping up to bend this one. Or maybe Rocha's going to hit it.
Play it in, the return ball. Ambrose heads it back in. Didn't amount to much.
Nice
Ray
idea.
along the line. Ball still alive though. Those training ground deals, you know?
Yeah, nice idea. Nice idea to try and get Mikey Ambrose in on the overlap, but didn't quite work out.
Under 20 minutes to go for OCB to salvage something. Obicop marauding through. Nothing but white jerseys around. Bonamo. He'll hold it up. Bring it back to center. Williams. Stuck to the foot there of Allen. Zaycourt. And clearing attempt by OCB. Now we'll look to counter. Held up by Cox. Obicop checks around. We'll go forward instead. On the run. Looking for an overlap. Here it comes. Ambrose switches it, headed back down. Cox couldn't get it in the right direction.
Another fantastic ball there from Mikey Ambrose. Good counter-attack. Picks out Cox, and Cox couldn't quite get enough on it. Certainly been one of the specialties of tonight, being able to get that ball out wide to Ambrose and see if he can give the service to the strikers and put it on Cox's head there, but this time the jump and the header.
I have to say it's been a good performance for OCB tonight, save for the 4 minutes in which they conceded the 2 goals.
Just before halftime, like a couple of lacks of concentration and find themselves 2-1 down. And as you said, it's been a solid performance against a very good New York Red Bulls team.
Red Bulls 2 on the run again. Connor Donovan, Zaycourt, who comes away with it. Leaves it for Allen. Zach Ellis Hayden pushed from behind. He'll yield a free kick.
A little bit too obvious there from Allen. You could see he was going for the 1-2, and Connor Donovan read that well and was able to make the interception.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for New York.
So another change here for
Leaving the game is
Coach
number
Woniak.
29, Stefano Bonomo. He's replaced by number 45, Zumona Simpara.
Zumona Simpara from Mali makes his 3rd appearance. He's in for Bonomo. So 3 changes left. Coach Woliak. Donovan. And it's taken off. Simpara trying to make an impact on the game as soon as he comes in. He'll chase it down.
Simpara looked like he'll operate directly underneath Brandon Allen. Certainly looks like he's comfortable in possession, like to run with the ball.
Took a deflection on its way to Ridgers. He's got it. Make the distribution. Pierre De Silva showing some solidity.
Yeah, and that's the defensive midfield work there from Williams. I've been very impressed with tonight. Able to come across and snuff out the danger on the counter-attack. Wins another ball there.
Allen. Batman has come in to fire up the crowd. Distribution by Mera. Bulls trying to salt this one away. Less than 13 minutes plus stoppage in order to do so. Coach Wolonek looking for win number 9 on the season. Allen lumbering towards goal. Took a big old swing.
He got it on his left foot. He's been trying to get that on his left foot all night and opened up from there for a moment, and Garcia makes a very important block because he got some power behind that, and that's why Garcia's feeling it a little bit there.
The Orlando Pride return home this Thursday as the Pride take on Morgan Bryan in the Houston Dash. Season tickets for the inaugural NWSL season and single game tickets for upcoming fixtures are available at orlando-pride.com. Cox still battling in there, comes away with it. You know, he's got to start getting tired now. De Silva pushed off the ball. And then a challenge from behind, and this will yield a free kick at the minimum. As Metzger disagreeing with it.
Good play from the New York Red Bulls too. Back line there to snuff out the counter-attack.
Yellow to Metzger.
Cox managed to find De Silva. De Silva ran, lost the ball, and Metzger got there a little bit before De Silva, and that's painful. Like he just catches him down the back of his leg. Metzger,
Academy player.
Yeah, former Maryland Turpin.
Playing for Sasha. One of the better Division I programs out there. Back to Ridgers. Time winding short for OCB here. Certainly have another goal in them. De Silva. Certainly see Red Bulls too play very physical.
Yeah, that big strong back line is very, very difficult to get through.
Now Ambrose gets tripped up. Rocha, see Lewis Neal asking for the switch, and it's intercepted. A little lackadaisical getting to the ball. Allen now making a run into the box, hooking it back. It's on his right foot where he doesn't want it. He'll leave it back. Getting a foot in there and breaking it up was Lewis Neal. Still on the ball.
Allen not a prolific goal scorer for USL level as he was in college, but does a lot of good work off the ball and is always an outlet, always available to receive passes in the channel, good movement off the ball, and he's been a thorn in the side of OCB tonight.
Yeah, Georgetown University's all-time leading scorer at 50 goals. Finalist for the Mac Herman Trophy, which is akin to the Heisman Trophy for collegiate soccer. Those many homegrowns, 7 of them, more than any other MLS team for New York Red Bulls. Another service, and that one's right into Ridgers. Under 10 minutes to go, though.
New York Red Bulls Academy is really famous and synonymous for developing talent, finding talent in the greater New York area and training them up and getting them in the first team, so they do a great job of that, and it's a big, big business as well.
Coach Wolonek responsible for that before taking the reins of Red Bulls too, working in that academy. So working with some of the players he developed. Falls inside the box, and it will go out for a goal kick. Cox will rise.
Almost fell for Cox there. Cross came in there from De Silva and bounced off of Long and almost fell nicely for Cox, but not quite. Couldn't quite wrap his foot around it, and out for a goal kick.
Allen's night is done. And David Najum will check in, making just his 3rd appearance. So played in the lower divisions in Germany the last couple of seasons.
Another former Red Bull Academy player as well before he went overseas. Another Ivy League player as well, so they got some brains on this team as well as Braun.
Jim, the fourth change, excuse me. Again, a giveaway in the middle of the park. Having to get it right was Garcia. Initially did so. Flemings will cut in. Metzger taken away. Lewis Neal will play the ball forward in direct fashion, and it's going to trickle to Mera.
A little bit of inexperience there from Garcia. Did a great job of winning the ball and then tried a little back heel flick, and probably the last thing you want is your center backs trying to flick the ball behind their backs and their legs.
Their own half,
yeah.
Get this one right now. Zach Ellis Hayden. And forcing the ball wide. Entering minute 85. Ambrose. Taking the space. Leaving into the center. Obikop splitting 2 defenders. And it took a deflection on the way out. It did not. It's a goal kick. Chances starting to come few and far between here.
Yeah, good opportunity. Things opened up there for Obikop, and again, just that final product, that final ball just wasn't quite good enough and sliced it off outside of his foot. Didn't test the keeper.
So Brian Roches, Honduran DP for the MLS side, has been here at OCB for the season on a season-long loan, making just his 10th appearance. He's in for Richie Larea.
Very talented player, national team player, and he's got an opportunity to make a difference here tonight for his team, get his team back into this and try and salvage a point.
OCB takes on the Charlotte Independent Saturday, July 2nd here at Eastern Florida State College in Melbourne. Single game tickets available from $15 per game. Go to orlandocitybee.com for more details. Under 5 to go. Scoreless second half. Opposite our MLS game last night, in which we had all 4 goals scored in the second half.
You don't leave these games early either. A lot of goals played.
That's right. The team is purple. Stay to the end. You'll see something. Red Bulls into preservation mode. They keep the ball getting stuck in, and another.
Yeah, Metzger's gonna have to be careful there. He's already on a booking, so Cox maneuvered his body well there to pick up the foul.
De Silva into Roches. Finds De Silva. What a pass! De Silva shoots and scores! Pierre De Silva's second professional goal ties the game in the 87th.
What a bit of composure there. Fantastic through ball, and De Silva just had the composure to pick that ball out, and they're enjoying themselves now.
Big goal there. The assist going to Roches.
Roches picked up a beautiful pass, was able to pirouette and play a little through ball there for De Silva.
Fires the crowd up. Smoke from the hooligan section as well. Something to cheer about. OCB now in position to take a point here against the second place team in the East.
Such an important moment there for Roches, and Roches showed his class. He shows what he can do by finding that little bit of class, a little bit of ingenuity to be able to find the through ball, and picks out De Silva, and what composure De Silva showed for a young man. to get his head up and just pass that ball into the corner.
Now what you don't want to do now is concede. Let's take another look. Came out of nowhere, it seemed.
Gets his first touch, gets his head up early, and is just able to pass that ball into the corner. Great moment for the youngster.
2 goals to go with now 4 assists, making a bid to go back onto the team of the week next week. Flemings won't catch that one.
They're very important now in these last few minutes to defend from the front. Get numbers behind the ball and make sure they keep defending as a unit. So De Silva starts the move. Roches plays a little reverse pass, gets a deflection off the center back.
So maybe the assist will be taken away. How does that work?
It was going in the direction of him,
Okay.
so I think we'll give Roches the benefit of the doubt there, making a difference. Giving a super sub tag there. Let's give him the assist.
Hometown scorebook. Roches doing battle.
But De Silva doing all that work there, creating that himself almost, you know, picking the ball up as he is right now.
Checks his left. Springs it out to Neal in an advanced spot. De Silva will catch it just in front of the line. Neal calls for it, whips in across inside the area. Nobody home. A couple of high boots. Comes back the other way. Rocha showing his class, circling back. Now Zach Ellis Hayden will recycle things in the 90th minute. Perhaps can steal it. Another ball through. Roches down to the ground.
And Roches and Long were battling there.
Oohs and ahs there. Numbers committed forward. De Silva. Donovan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 4th official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of
Down the line, 3 minutes of stoppage we're hearing. Roches can't keep it. Williams will switch it. Trying to stop the bleeding here late for Red Bulls too. Had 3 points in hand. The home side is fought back. About 2.5 to go. Ambrose with it. We're in stoppage time. OCB striking late to level it. Have about 90 seconds. And Ridgers find De Silva. Go back to 43. He and Rocha have had quite the game. De Silva again. Red Bulls 2, perhaps you're happy to get out of here with a point now. About a minute to go. Run comes. Bezecourt goes to ground. We'll bring it back. A foul. So there'll be a chance here for Red Bulls too, from quite a distance out. Not much more than 45 seconds to go. Played in short. Neal. Here's the ball to the back post. Pawed out of there. Ridgers. Short time. Could be the last kick. Loose ball. Foul comes, and trying to lease Flemings will not get there. It'll be a throw. Checking his watch, Rubiel Vasquez, whistle in mouth. And this should do it. And hands in the air. The whistle blasts signal the end of it. OCB battles back to earn a 2-2 draw against Red Bulls 2. Quite an effort. As De Silva, the hero tonight. We'll be back to talk about it right after this on YouTube.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
Well, OCB and New York Red Bulls 2 split the points tonight in Melbourne, a 2-2 draws. Each team will hold steady in the standings, and our Oliver 12 Trees is with the gaffer, Anthony Pulis.
Exciting game here tonight, here in Melbourne, and good result here. What do you think about the game?
Mixed emotions a little bit, Oliver, to be honest. I mean, obviously delighted with the character and the spirit that the players showed to come back from behind again, but really, really disappointed with the 2 goals we conceded from set plays. I mean, we talk about it a lot to players, the importance of set plays for and against, and 2 individual areas where they haven't stayed with their men has cost us 3 points tonight. But full credit to the Red Bulls too. They're a good side. They've got a good identity, a philosophy at the club that they stick to, and there's a reason why they're at the top of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, you certainly got to be happy about Pierre De Silva's goal at the end, though.
Yeah, Pierre took his goal really well. I mean, look, everybody knows my thoughts on Pierre. I think the boy has huge potential. He still has a long way to go. He still has parts of his game that he has to concentrate and work on. But I thought he was good again tonight, and I'm delighted that he's got his goal.
And moving forward, looks like, pushing for the playoffs. You think you can make it?
Look, I've said it all along, one game at a time. We'll analyse, we'll debrief this game, we'll go through the positives and the negatives with the players when they come back in Tuesday, and then we'll focus on a tough trip to Montreal next weekend.
All right, congrats on a good point against a quality team.
Cheers, Oliver.
Thanks, Coach. All right, so 1 point. Coach Pulis will move forward and try and get themselves in the playoffs. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Oliver. You see Lewis Neal there doing autograph duties right now. Had a good game tonight as the captain of this OCB side. Got a point again from the second rated team in the East. And here's a look at the highlights. Happened early as the ball was spilled by Mera, and a defensive goal. First goal in purple for Devron Garcia. Put it back. Another look. Made no mistake. It was 1-0 in the 17th, but in the 28th. A long ball in, and it was cleaned up. Not by the center half. And Schmoll leveled things at 1. The assist there on that one coming from Flemings. And he did it again. Sent another ball in. And that a beauty from Aaron Long. As you can see the spin, and then it went in. Drew it up, ain't nothing but a thing. So it was 2-1 most of the rest of the way. Then it was De Silva. Pierre De Silva on the left foot, leveling things in the 87th. On a beautiful buildup in which he really started. And Rochez, as a sub, helped out the cause on the assist. And that's how we arrived at 2 goals apiece and a point apiece here on Father's Day. So autograph time on a great crowd out here in Melbourne as well. Let's take a look at the final stats of this one. Goals even, of course, at 2. As OCB outshoots New York Red Bulls 2, 12-8 shots on goal in favor of the visitors, 3 corner kicks apiece. How about the fouls committed? That stands out, 13-4, a very physical game, a very large in charge, size-wise Red Bulls team tonight. A very tough back line to break through as well. 3 yellow cards for the visitors, 1 to OCB, who look ahead to FC Montreal. They play 3 of the next 4 on the road. Red Bulls 2, home against Wilmington next. Thank you so much for joining us. For my partner Oliver 12 Trees, for our producer Brian Foster, our director John Bober, and our entire WEFS TV crew, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Melbourne. OCB, Red Bulls 2 play to a 2-2 draw. Good night.
Stretched out to the middle, back to Green.
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Gerardo Fords.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.